G'day footy fans and welcome to Boothy's AFL Fantasy Dream Team podcast. Today I'm looking at West Coast Eagles. West Coast Eagles are very fantasy relevant this year in 2017 in my opinion. They are a genuine top 4 chance with the players they've got, and they've added Sam Mitchell to the fold. I'm not suggesting you pick Sam Mitchell because he's very expensive and he's getting old, but he's obviously going to add to the quality of that team. Here's the players I'd consider. Luke Shuey, 23 matches, all of them last year, 26 disposal average, 12 goals, so one every 2 games, which is what I like. Cost $597,000, so it'd be a good M3 in your team. Just a point up there about the points for those that don't understand it. One Dream Team point effectively means $6.034. So a 100 Dream Team average player would cost you $603,000 or around $600,000. So Luke Shuey averaged 99, so he's 603 minus 6 per point effectively, so he's $597. So basically, a 100-point player is $600,000, give or take. Andrew Gaff, 22 games, 30 disposals, amazing on a wing, 7 goals, 1 per 3 games, 564, a bit cheaper than Shuey and has averaged 104 in the past and is not an old player by any stretch. So maybe save a bit of money and get Gaff, but Shuey is coming to the prime of his life, in his football life. Dom Sheed did average 70 2 years ago, had a lot of injuries last year and only played the 6 games, including the final. 16 disposal average with just the 1 goal. But at 361, which is basically priced as an average of 59 or 60, you could pick him up as an M6 or 7. And in the JLT so far, he's got 93 and 75. I'm suggesting he's probably good for 80 points this year if he's fit. So therefore, he's a plus 20 point average per game, which is fantastic. So Dom Sheed's definitely one I would seriously consider. Lewis Jetta, another one that's averaged 79 in the past. He's, 27, maybe going on 28 years old from Sydney Swans. Had a poor year last year after an ordinary pre-season, but it's been fantastic this pre-season. He's got JLT scores of 65 and 89. He's priced at 322 as a forward or mid, so he's got dual position status, which is really important, so you can swap them around easily. So if you do your maths, 322 divided by 6, he's priced in the 50s. And I'm suggesting to you he could average 70 or even more, 75. So he could be another plus 20 player easily. So consider him as a forward F4 or F5. Chris Maston, 21 games, 22 disposals, and only the 4 goals. Defensive wingman or midfielder. 443 as an M6. Now with Sam Mitchell coming into the team, that might allow Maston to go more as an attacker and Mitchell more as a defending type midfielder, or halfback flanker as it were. Has averaged 98 in the past and has averaged over 83 times in his career. And he's still, 28 years old, somewhere around there. So 54 and 98 so far in this series, which is that average of about 76, which is what he costs. But I reckon he could get that up to 85 this year. But again, you might be better off with a Sheed to save that money. But here's another option. Sharad Wellingham's been in fantastic form, 114 and 86 off a halfback flank. Lots of possessions. Played 19 games last year but had an interrupted pre-season, so missed the first few. 17 disposals and only the 1 goal because he's a halfback flanker. Look, he does look good in the JLT and, he has averaged much more than that in the past, 82 it says there, and he's priced more like 61, 62. So, look, D4 or D5 in your team, there's worse options out there and he's having a great pre-season, so have a look at him in JLT 3. Now, Tom Cole's there because he played 2 games as a first-year player last year, averaged 13 possessions, which is pretty good for a first-year player in those 2 games, and he's a D5 $216,000 player, which is pretty cheap, $66,000 above bargain basement. Now, he was emergency 9 times last year. What that means, he was the 23rd, 4th or 5th player, didn't